I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some gobbler. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
Here's Foles. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Foles underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Foles. And caught right side, Green. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Tempo.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Great.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. He can run, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Nick Foles, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, here's Hackenberg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hardy. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Hackenberg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They go play action here on first down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Let's go! Flat. One.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch it now, Barney!
He'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Hackenberg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Great.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Receiver. Tempo.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to vert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now here's Shane Leckler on to punt it away to his longtime team, the Raiders. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Watch him now, Barney.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down after a good gain. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the run, it's Pumphrey. Able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
Gun! All right, now, look at 56. Let's go. 56. 319. 319.
From the gun, it's Hackenberg. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On play action, they'll throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To throw now on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Foles now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll drop the throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. Green's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Here's Foles. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That is caught at the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Foles. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Green as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return is Henderson. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Final play of the half, Hackenberg. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
To throw, Hackenberg. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. First down, Hackenberg. To the right side and complete to Washington. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On first, here's Washington. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hackenberg now from the 50. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
A first down carry for Henry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, look at 56. All right, here we go. 56. 319. Detroit. 319.
Second down, Hackenberg. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A handoff for Washington. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Let's go! Green!
On second down. Here's Hackenberg. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And down inside the 15 he goes. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Hackenberg now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Hackenberg. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They pitch to Washington. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They just do get the play off. Now Hackenberg. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nick Vanette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Everyone's got 4 down. Great.
Foles. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 24. They'll look to throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Henderson. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Hackenberg. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're all these slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They run with Pumphrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Hackenberg on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Green 39.
Out of the gun, Hackenberg. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right over there. Yeah. Right, 58. Right. Gun!
Off the play fake, Hackenberg rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go now. 56. Blue, 90.
From the gun, it's Hackenberg. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock, making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. And he fends him off. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Back near his goal line, it's Hackenberg. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Hackenberg.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw again. Hackenberg. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Detroit!
The first down throw for Hackenberg. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st and 10, Hackenberg. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Phillips. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Ridley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Again, it's Pumphrey, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch him now, Barney!
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. First down, Hackenberg. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
3-19! We got it! Detroit!
The 2nd down throw for Hackenberg. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. One last shot here for Hackenberg. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Steelers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's unfortunately more of the same, as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire